Thank you. It's not really sunk in yet, and I don't think it will until I get home. But I'm over the moon to be leaving with a medal, that's for sure. So I still really can't put into words. Like I said, I think when I go home and I see my face up on the wall in the gym in Sheffield, and I go home and see people in person, and they're going to thank me in person. I think that's when it's really going to hit home. Do you know what? I knew when I sat down after the first round, I knew it was a close round. The first round, I was quite not lazy as such, but I just didn't start off as fast as what I have been doing in my previous fights. So when I sat down and after the first round, and my coaches said, "Look, you're down. You need to put your foot on the gas," sort of thing. It woke me up, and then it kind of kicked in. I was like, "Look, I'm in the semi-finals of the Olympics here. Get a grip of yourself and like go at it." So I managed to pick it up in the second round. I sat down after the second round, and he's like, "You've won that." I could hear all my teammates in the crowd screaming. So that to me was a positive sign. I thought, right, come on, I'm back in the game here. I've got a round to go. And I really backed myself with my fitness, and I believe that not many females out there in the boxing game can match my fitness. So I thought I'll just stick on her chest, be in her face all the time, try not to get caught with so many shots. I got caught with like one or two, but I felt like I was giving double the amount of shots back. So I did feel like I'd done just enough by the end of the last round, but just the way the scoring worked, because she won the first round very clear. I lost out on a point, so very, very close, like you said. But yeah, congratulations to the Japanese girl. Obviously, it's sore because it's still brand new, isn't it? It only happened yesterday, so it is heartbreaking. Like, and watching all my other teammates go on and change the color of their medals, like I'm not jealous, and I'm absolutely over the moon for them all to be getting so far and doing so well, getting on the podium, etc. But I just wish I was doing the same as them. Like I wish I was changing the colour of my medal. But like you said, it puts fire in my belly. I'll definitely come back stronger than this. And I think all the 57s around the world know I'm not here just to make the numbers up. I am here to get myself on that top spot on that podium. I think at the pinnacle of the sport, experience plays a big part. Obviously, all the other major tournaments I've been to, so like the Worlds, I medalled at the Worlds, I've medalled at the Europeans, and I've only been on GB for 2.5 years. But I am there day in, day out, and I am putting 100% into every single session I do. We train 3 times a day. Every single session, I'm giving it my all. We've got a world class team up there, like the coaches, the support staff, the physios, the nutritionists, etc. Everyone behind the scenes that you don't really get to see put the work in. Like they all come together behind closed doors, and they're doing a magnificent job, obviously, because it just goes to show the proof's in the pudding. We've got 11 people out here, and 5 of us have already medalled. There's a potential for another two. So yeah, I think it goes to show that the team's just brilliant, and what they do definitely works. Yeah, it's not until recently that I taken into consideration about being mentally ready as well, like mentally prepared. Until my previous tournament in the qualifiers in Paris, like I was physically in the best shape of my life, but mentally I just wasn't prepared for what was to come. Um, so the rest of the team qualified before me, and I felt the pressure, and I just wasn't mentally prepared for what was in front of me. I didn't perform to the best of my ability, but going through that and experiencing that has definitely helped me as an athlete prepare myself mentally for the Olympics. Like you've just got to be mentally prepared, not just physically. And I can't stress enough to all the athletes out there that it's just as important as being physically ready. Like you've got to put the time and effort into your mind, not just your body, 100%. Yeah, I think it will be a massive difference in Paris Olympics, but I've enjoyed every single moment of this one. Like I've loved every single second. I've loved competing. I've been excited to get in the ring and compete. Obviously, I've been nervous, but I'm only human. Everyone's nervous before they compete. But in the boxing like sport, when you go around and you travel internationally and you compete elsewhere anyway, you don't really have your home support. It's just yourself and your team behind you anyway. Um, so being here with an empty crowd, it didn't make much of a difference to me. I still heard all my teammates up in the crowd. If anything, I heard them clearer than what I usually would do because it was quite quiet in there. So if anything, I prefer it to be the way it was well throughout this tournament. But I am also looking forward to see how the Olympics run without being in a pandemic and all the restrictions, etc.